Hello and welcome back to Satisfactory, Update 4. In our last episode, we went over some of the aluminum recipes and figured out at least a general plan for aluminum depending on how or what we actually need for the aluminum to make, how much aluminum we need to make, depending on what we need to pick. So I wanted to come out here, actually before we come all the way out here, let's set up a MAM and do another research because we need to do that. So we have the alternate blueprint for the automated miner again. I did learn what this is for. The drones require a miner in order to build them. So this way you can automate drone manufacturing if you automate the miner manufacturing. I'm not all that thrilled about it. I don't know how much drones we'll actually be able to use in this series. I will use drones more in the next series, but because this base is all kind of laid out, I don't know how much droning we'll need to do. I mean, no, other than my normal amount of droning. So we need to also have, or we also have an alternate cooling device here, which is the cooling system alternate recipe, which we haven't even unlocked that, or maybe we just did unlock that. That tech to build that. And then we also have an alternate for the supercomputer here called the super state computer. And looking at this, I don't know which one I would want. I would probably want to take a look at the math a little bit for this, but we can go ahead and take either one of these for right now. Well, this one looks a little bit potentially a little bit better. It doesn't need rubber and it doesn't need water. It makes twice as many per craft, but much slower per minute. I don't know. We'll take the supercomputer alternate, and we'll start another hard drive because we need to do that more importantly than most other things at this point. Because until we get all the hard drives, I don't know how many assemblies I want to assemble. All the hard drives research, that is. So I wanted to come out here to the oil area because I wanted to show you the new model for the oil extractor. Unfortunately, I can't show you what the old one looks like, but if you go back and look at one of the episodes where I was building oil, you can see that new model, or that old model. But this one's a little bit sleeker, a little bit nicer, kind of matches some of the new builds with things like the new refinery model that came out in the fluids update. I assume this was probably also slated for that and just didn't make it. But we have that new model, and of course the power line doesn't quite line up correctly anymore, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. The other thing that I came out here for, besides that new model, is the new water extractor, well, physics, I guess, is the best way to word this. This was in the patch notes, and I don't think I highlighted it in that first episode, but water extractors now snap. And they're also still loud. They now snap, apparently, to... Like you can do, let's see, if I stand on here and I rotate it, I can use the control key to snap it to next to this one, or to next to that one, and I could rotate it in 90 degree turns relative to that one. And that's holding down the control key. So if you don't hold down the control key, it's freeform wild. But the control key not only lets you snap it in line, but also lets you snap right up against it, just like doing the control key on foundations with buildings works. So that's super duper handy and will be super duper useful. Okay, that's hilarious. I suppose I should fix that. Wait a minute, I want to check something else if I can. Will you let me? No, because I don't have foundations built there. Just build not what I wanted. Build a few foundations. I want to check and see how these snap to foundations. To the sides, that is. They obviously don't snap to the surface unless possibly the surface of the foundation is underwater. But I wanted to see how they snap to foundations. So, oh, they're good. They snap right up to a foundation, too. That is going to be... Oh, no, it's snapping to that extractor. Let's pull this extractor out and this pipe out, because I want to realign those anyway. So it doesn't snap to a foundation, after all, which is unfortunate. But we can realign this here. But that's snapping to... What is that snapping to? Okay, this is kind of funny. This line is snapping to that other extractor. This line is snapping to the pipe that I'm standing on. And I can go that close to the thing. And we can connect that up. And let's pull out this water extractor and this pipe. And then let's do this. Rotate. There we go. It's still a little weird. There's a little squiggle in it. I'm just going to line it up perfectly. Okay, and then we'll do, at least it's connected correctly though. That'll be useful. And there we go. So we now have those lined up correctly, and I can pull these foundation pieces out. So I wanted to come out here and do that just to demonstrate those before we head back up to the base and see what other kind of trouble we can get into. So I want to switch to the zipline, and I want to do a little bit of testing with the zipline again. And I don't think we can go uphill. I was actually asked this today. I also can't reach that one. Well, maybe we better not, or we can't. Let's see about going uphill. Oh, we can go uphill. Well, that's a horse of a different color. That is hilarious. Okay. Well, IT Machinist will be ecstatic then, I'm sure. Let's put our gas mask on, and let's slide on back into the base. Can you do any sort of forcing of speed here? No. This is slower than the hypertube, but it also is way earlier in the game than the hypertube, so you kind of get all the benefits, or a lot of the benefits of the hypertube, as long as you can run a power line, which is almost nearly impossible. It's nearly impossible to not be able to. So, and you want to do like a little jump here at the power poles if you want to make a turn that you can't fit through the automatic turn due to, say, like the pipes being right there. And if you do it just right, like, not like that. See if I can do this again. You jump. Well, that didn't work either. Okay, maybe I can't do anything right. There we go. That's how you do it. If you come to a power pole and you hold down an arrow key, I think it will... No, I guess it did not knock you off. So you kind of need to do a little bit of a jump to get transition properly, but it does work, which is kind of handy. And I didn't want that either. So I guess we could potentially have built a line taking us up. But that's kind of fun that we can do a zip line going uphill as well. Let's take a look at... Let's put these back on. Let's go ahead and do coffee cup. And let's head back up to the base. Weird distortion there. And over to the mall. Ooh. Why is there not very much cloth on the belt? Interesting. Probably a shortage of something in the oil manufacturing is shortchanging that. And I want to take a look at that drone recipe. So if we go into the equipment workshop, which is here, at least I think that's where these are made. No, they're not. Well, obviously these are automatable, so maybe we can just do a manufacturer? I'm guessing? Apparently that would be an incorrect guess. I wonder what they take to make. Maybe they just take 2 items to make those. Or I missed them. Could be either one. Well, they can't be made from nothing, so... Where did I see them? I was looking and I saw them... Oh, well, I probably saw them here. Drones. Should be made... If it's makeable... If it's automatable, the drone ports and the drone should be made in a manufacturer. Those are all solid items, so it's not a blender. Did I just miss it? Otherwise, what's the... I guess a half a point. But what's the point of automating the miners so much, especially when they require motors and something else, if you can't use them to then automate the making of drones? Interesting. Let me know in the comments if you know how that works. Oh, we can do the scanning for this. We should do that. Let's actually go look for one of those. Let's scan for water, which is an interesting thing to scan for. Uh-huh. Apparently there's nothing? How about nitrogen? God only knows where the nitrogen and the water nodes are. Oh, there's a nitrogen node. 2,000 meters that way. Way out there. Yeah, that's not going to be... And really? I'm thinking that's a bug. They can't be way out there, can they? There might be a bug still in the scanning of those. And water never came back. Crude oil is going to be an interesting one because there's a ton of crude. And I'm not sure why... Right, we know about that crude. Oh, there's one right there. We were just out that way, kind of. Oh, no, I knew about those. Okay, never mind. So that's not returning the new stuff either. Interesting. Let's run over to the hub and see where we're at with research, because we just unlocked those, and so that should show us where those are, but I don't know. Let's take a look at the MAM. 50 seconds. Okay, let's take a look at this, then we'll do another hard drive. So we did, yeah. So, scan for crude oil wells with the resource scanner. Water wells. So why did it not... That's got to be bugged out. Hopefully that's something that's fixed soon. Possibly. Otherwise I may have to go looking online to see where those are located, so that we can do that tech eventually. Alright. Let's see. What else did I want to cover today? I think I want to cover making another... the next item, or one of the new items... or the remake items, the turbo motors or the heat sinks or something along that line. But we also need to put our aluminum casings on the bus someplace. Let's do this, and then what I want to do actually is, okay, the electric motor we've seen before, steel canister we don't want, cooling device we could want. Let's go ahead and take cooling device. I'll take electric motor eventually as well. What I'm going to do here is pause for about 10 minutes so we can get another hard drive in. We'll do that in this episode, and then we'll jump into putting the aluminum casings on the bus and running them down the bus to where we need them down on the other end. So I'll be right back. And welcome back. So this recipe is done in seconds. And during the 10-minute interlude, I pulled up my notes from when I played through this series in Update 3 to look at bus item availability. And I found a good spot for the aluminum casing on the bus, or bus assignments, I guess is a better thing. We didn't have a diluted fuel recipe before? Yeah, we did diluted packaged fuel. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. We're going to have to see how that compares to the diluted packaged fuel in terms of production, because that could change that chain a little bit. Sloppy alumina. So normal alumina produces the silica, but it uses less bauxite and more water to produce less. How is that sloppy? This produces more units of alumina per unit of bauxite. It uses less water per unit of alumina. It doesn't produce silica. And it produces half again more? How is that sloppy? That's the weirdest name I've ever heard for this. And Insta-Scrap, which we looked at before, is made in a blender, of course. I was looking at this, talking to IT Machinist about this today, actually. So this produces water and sulfuric acid, or needs water, sulfuric acid, coal, and bauxite, and makes output some water in addition to the aluminum scrap. So a little bit slower than the default recipe, faster than the recipe we have selected now. I think we'll take the sloppy alumina, or maybe we'll take... Oh, this is made a blender. Oh, that makes a difference. Well, kind of. I think we'll take that diluted fuel recipe, and that way I can take a look at that and look at that math. Alright, so let's head over here to the mall. Or not to the mall, to the bus. And see if we can... see if my notes are correct. Because, again, I haven't played this game... Oh, that's not what I wanted. Turn around. Oops, got sucked into the tube there. I should have one additional height. Note to self, don't do a bus again. Oh, a new sound effect there when you're climbing. Yes, I have one additional height here that I can bring in the alumina at, or the aluminum casings at, rather. And I'm going to have to figure out how to sneak them through with this belt being here. But maybe... Jump down. Where are these made? Right here. Of course they're made right here. Okay, so we have those belts going to the mall. If I could bring it over here somewhere, that would be a possibility. That's a lot of crisscrossing, though. I suppose I could bring it like this far, jump it across to here, and then up. That might work. Let's take a look here. So if I want to do a lift, to bring this up like this, that puts... let's see, switch to this. That puts these mergers... That put them here? Whoa. That's further away, but it might be okay. Although maybe not. It might even be easier to go this far over, even though it's much further away, to put it down the middle of these two. Sort of. I think right here might work. That's not lined up. But that's fine, because I want to take a look at this first. We connected it there. That would work okay, actually. That's not a bad deal. This needs to be up a bit, though. And it also needs to be lined up correctly a bit, though. I think it was there. And is that going to be a problem with conflicting with this one? Other than that power pole right there. But we're going to be above the power pole anyway, I think. No, that looks ugly. Okay, then let's do something different. Let's put it in line along this belt. There. Okay, and then... Okay, what is going on? There. I think we need to go up one more. Or do we? No, actually we don't. Don't want to. We'll do that there, and then this one can go... I think there. Yes. Take those two out. Need a lift. That does snap correctly. And then these are making 112.5 per minute times 2 is 225. That's going to be a Mark III belt. Maybe we need this many, which we don't really know. And then I want to do a lift and turn, I think, from there. Trying to figure this out, trying to puzzle this out is complicated. Is that where you are? No, you're one higher, aren't you? Yes. Okay, so this is too high. Can I do... I wish you could snap these underneath, too. Can I instead do this here? No, because I can't lift to it. Okay, so this needs to change. Should be a Mark III lift anyway. It needs to go up one more. It's actually 2 clicks. I think. Wish I could see a little bit better. Yes, and then we need to come here. I think. Mark III. Like that. And then we do here to there. And then we keep going with the Mark IIIs. Nope. And then these can go all the way into wherever here. Let's see, this is off by, where's this at? Here? Well, no, it should be here. I think. Nope, it was right before. Right there. Yeah, so that's off by... I had all these numbers memorized, all these spaces memorized before. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So... 1, 2, 3, 4 should be here. By 3, I believe. Yes. And then we can bring in our Mark III belt. There. And then we need to go up there. Nope. Mark III lift. Let me climb up here. I think that's where we want it. That looks right. And you go out there someplace? Nope, I have to run along the belt here. Who knows what was supposed to be on this belt? I have to look at my notes and figure this part out. But, and then we need a Mark III. Let's just do it here. Go stand up on this stanchion. That's not right. Crap! I'm off by 1. Okay. Kind of interesting looking, though. Oh, I snapped it into a splitter. I should probably do that again. Okay, let's do that. And then we'll put the... That's why. Alright, this goes here then. Is that correct? That is correct. Okay. That is level 14, so that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Looks right. You should have 14 of these to delete. That looks right. Don't want to start deleting crap that I don't know what I'm doing. Go. And was I keeping these here? I was not. Okay, let's take this crap out then. So I guess I didn't really need those. I could have just pulled this down and then snapped that together. But that's fine. Let's go up here and take a peek. Nice new footsteps. Alright, and then a Mark III belt. Goes from here. There. And that's what we want. Okay, so let's hop down and start looking at the way that some of these assemblers are working or not working, as the case may be. That's completely empty. So from the mall, we have something here making gas filters. That appears to be working fine. It's a little bit low on the supply of fabric, which is what the problem is at this point. And then the iodine infused filters need the aluminum casings instead of what? Let's see, it was gas filters, quick wire, and aluminum casing. That's on the other side. So we had quick wire, we have rubber, and we have gas filters. So this rubber belt here needs to just be replaced with a belt of aluminum casings. That's relatively easy to accomplish. Let's accomplish something today, folks. Look at us accomplishing things. Let's see. You go... Let me put this one down here just as a marker. And then let's put this right in here. And this needs to be a splitter that goes this way. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 13. Wait a minute, that's wrong. It's backwards. 14. Okay, we should bleed 14 things here. Got that power line coming. Like that. And we need to take out this, and this, and this. And probably this as well. Maybe not, actually. This needs to have how much? We're running at 100%. Or no, we're running at 40%. So we need 1.5 aluminum casings per minute. Is that correct? Yes, I think it is. Yes, it is. Okay, 1.5 aluminum casings per minute. So we need a Mark I lift for that. If I can eyeball this correctly. And then that needs to be replaced then. So it's probably futile to do what I had done. There we go. And then this goes into there. And comes over. Oh, wait a minute. Did these also require rubber? Why won't you let me click on that? Well, crap. That's not going to work. The rubber needed to still be there. So much for accomplishing something today. I'm going to have to bring these across up a bit. Like that. Means I gotta put the rubber back in. Ooh, that would have been bad. Let's put the Mark I lift back here. Down to this level. And then we can do... And the dark doesn't help. Hey, we can solve that problem. Where is... organization? Floodlight tower. Okay, and then... let's see. Yeah, that's fine. Power line. Can we see now? Oh, yes we can. This isn't the right spot, though. This needs to be here, I believe. And that goes up. Actually, too bright. On 2 clicks. Take these out now. I clicked something that I didn't want to click in the background. And that's always dangerous. Mark 1. Okay, I messed that up too. Man. Okay. There. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then there. You come back into this one. This comes out. And I'm going to take this lift out as well. And that. I need that connected. Okay, how did I mess this up twice now? Oh, this one is messed up. That's the problem. Oh, crap. So this one was right before. At 3. I think I could snap that in there like that. Okay, now we're back to 0. Back that up. And we're good. Okay, so now let's technically I don't want that splitter to be there then. I'm gonna have a lot of these casings in my inventory by the end of the day. But that's okay because we're gonna need them to make stuff anyway. That's not what I want. I don't want a smart splitter. I want just a regular splitter. Let's build this on top of that smart splitter. And one more. Mark 3 belt. Goes from there to there. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we can just do a lift down to the right height. I need to get up on that belt, I think. These filters are tiny. Can I get on the edge? Yes, I can. Okay, mark 1. Down. That would be 1, 2. Is that good? That looks weird. Why is that weird? Or is it just my eyes? It might just be my eyes. It's just me. Okay, good. So let's jump down. Put our next, actually take these 2 out. Put our next lift in here. And that should bring in the casings. Let me dump a bunch of these casings in here. And now we're making iodine filters again. Let's make sure those go in. Yep, they're going in. Alright, so we fixed one thing. That's great. Don't need your light anymore. So we fixed those, well, those 2, I guess, or that one thing. These are beacons. Beacons are good. These must have a higher stack size. And then we have rifle cartridges, which are also good. Great. This constructor was making Nobelisks. It appears to still be good. Black powder and steel pipe bombs, basically. That's there. And then this next one here is the one that we have in question. What was this supposed to be? This was supposed to be batteries. But I think given the time and the fact that we have an alternate recipe for the battery, but not the base recipe anymore, maybe we should take a look at what batteries are going to take in the next episode, and then we'll get that set up or tweaked, because they're going to take... Oh wait, classic battery might be the recipe we have. Let's wait. We'll wait and take a look at this battery recipe in the next episode, and then we'll continue along down the bus and keep looking at how to upgrade these recipes, or how to fix these recipes if we can at this point, and if not, what we have to do in order to fix them. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.